Okay, so in this video, we're just going to look at taking a basic website with a basic homepage and updating it to a new, more modern look using the Contentbox editor. So I've already pre-built the site that I'm going to try and build. So if we just quickly have a look, so you can see all the section here and all the content. So we're going to go through the process of creating this, creating the look for this website. Just going to drag this off screen. Okay, so we'll now look at changing the editor to Contentbox. So via the change editor mode, we can change the editor to a different mode. In this case, we want Contentbox, which will then change our content. It looks pretty much the same as drag and drop because it uses drag and drop snippets, but it's now got a couple of extra options here. Now, the first thing we need to check is that the Contentbox page actually works as a Contentbox page, so it goes full width. The template that I've chosen, I'm not sure it does, so we'll just quickly add a test section like so. This should go full width. I'm just going to save it. We'll preview that. We'll see what it does. And as you can see, the content is actually sitting within the template width. This template isn't designed to go full width, so we need to update the template there. Change to a new look and feel. We'll select this one. We can change the footer header if we want to, but we'll just leave it with just these things here. We can back that up. Okay, so let's have a quick preview. So there we go. We can see that the contents is now going full width across the template. So let's go through and start building the homepage. I'm just going to quickly jump back to the website. So we're going to break the template into two different sections. We'll have the banner, this top banner here, in the design banner area, and we'll put the main content area here in the homepage. So we'll start off by just dropping in, we'll start off by doing our banner, and then we can go down and do the content. So let's go to the banner area, design, banner image. So by default, if we have an older template, it'll be using our kind of simple banner area here. So we'll just remove this, get rid of that. And we're going to go down to this alternative snippet box banner area, and we'll add that. By default, it's going to add a caption slider, which is great for general banner use, but in our instance, we're only going to use a single banner. So we will add just a simple banner section, single caption. We could also use just a standard static image, but let's say we want to add a second image at some point. We'll just go with a single caption slider. So we've got this one, and we'll get rid of this one. So now that we've added that one, we can remove that and save the changes. So to swap out our image, we can either go here, go through this banner settings, or we can just go to change the slide image here. Although this one has multiple images, so we will do it this way. We'll go to slide manager, remove those, and keep this one here. Here's our image. We'll drop it in. Now we can just delete this, add a new snippet block. Heading 2, I'm just going to quickly drop in the text. I'm going to add a new snippet block, some content, and a new snippet block for a button, like so. Left align button. So now I'm just going to reformat the width of my content and check its alignment, just with the section settings. I'll drop its height for starters. We'll make it 600 pixels in height. Spacing is not so important in this case because we've set a height. Default content width, we'll make it, let's try 500 pixels. Snaps it to the middle by default, but we can go and change the alignment. to be left aligned. And we can also set a background color or a background overlay color, background image overlay, image opacity. Just drop it down a little bit and just make the text pop. Actually, I will adjust that like so. So we can change the button link. We'll link it to our page. We can change the size of this and this, so we'll increase the size of the text here. Increase the size of this, H2, drop the margin down a bit, get it a bit closer. And let's make the content a little bit wider. It's probably going to center it again. No, we're good. Experience the outdoors. Let's put a drop shadow on this text. Effects, shadows, text shadow. And let's preview that and see how that looks. So we've updated our banner area to include our content. So now we can work on the home page. Just going to add a heading. Again, we're just putting in content. Just copying it from the test site I've already created, but you'd be adding your own text and paragraphs. Center that. Okay. If the toolbar doesn't become visible, you can just click into it again, just to make sure and bring it up. Here's our H2. So now we can add some widgets. So in this case, a snippet block widget for shopping. We're going to do a category widget. It will be a slider. So slider, category product slider. This doesn't show up in the screen, but it has a little block here, and it will render the categories that we browse or that we want to load. We'll just link to a page. We could do subcategories. We'll just do items for sale and just do the main categories there. We want to load the categories. 3 across will be fine. Let's have a look. Save that. Refresh our page. So there we go. Our categories are looking a little bit rugged, so let's fix that. They're all different sizes. We can do something to tidy that up. Let's go in here and we will just make them wide. We can also add a Shop Now button. Go back. I'm tabbing to my site. So there we have that. Let's keep going down. We've got our heading 2 the way we like it, so we're just going to duplicate that and then drag it down. Call this one featured products. And so now we will put in the widget for starters. Shopping, featured products. We'll make this one a slider as well. Now if we preview the site, there will be no featured products that will show because we haven't promoted anything yet, so we need to go in and promote some products. So we'll go to our e-commerce section and we will browse products. Let's take some backpacks. promote them as homepage featured. You can see we have a whole lot of different settings here. The ones that we're looking for in this case are homepage settings, homepage on sale, bestseller. We'll just do featured. We'll change to promotion status. Now if we go back and have a look at our site, it's pulled in our products. So again, with the layout here, we can make them a little bit more consistent if they're not all the same size. We can go back to the home page, make our image options, and we might make this one square. So have a look at the site, our preview. Here we go, those are in place. Duplicate our heading again. So we'll get rid of this text as well. We don't need this. We might put this on an About Us page or something like that. We can put our contact details in the footer. They don't have to be part of the page content. So with the accessories, this time I'm going to get a different type of format. I'm going to get a shopping format, but I'm going to use a product widget, which is essentially static content. We can browse for products and replace this content with our own content. So I will make it 3 across. And now let's import our products. This is going to be accessories, so I'm going to browse for my accessories. So we'll look in there. I want to add the chili bin. I want it to link to the product. Replace. Import. Accessories. Cheers. It's a quick way to just import products and pricing. I don't want the text here, I just want the button. Just get rid of this text. And now I will browse. It's minimized because I double clicked. If you double click it, it makes it easier to edit content. Gets the icons out of the way. Double click to bring it back. Import the product. There's our third accessory. We'll just put this in here. Like so. Okay, what's next? Next we have another section. Just bring it across again. So we've got this section here with the image on one side and the text on the other. So let's go and create that. So far this has all been in one section, but we're going to add a new section now. So we've got our series of possible snippets here. We want one with the image on one side. I went past it, there we go, this one. There we go, we can delete that test section. Right, to get this looking the right width, we can go to our section settings. We'll just change the section width to bring it halfway across. We can change the background. Let's crop this image. It's super large, it's 5 meg. Let's reduce it down in size a bit. 960. I can probably drop it down a little bit more. Let's make it 750. We'll leave it the same size. We'll keep our original, we'll give it a new name, crop. Here it is, yep, that'll do. So let's change our text. We could drag and drop new snippets, but I'm just going to do it a different way. Read more. Let's create a button using text rather than dragging one in. I don't have a page for this, but it would be called About Us if I was to create one. I'm going to make it a primary button. Whoops, primary please. There we go. I guess we would make it secondary given the color. the primary and secondary colors are taken off the template. You can specify that via the design area colors section, but in this case we'll just leave it as is. And there's our button. So now let's make some changes here. Background color, we'll make it red. We'll make the text light. We'll set the height to 50%. We'll add a little bit of padding around the edges. So content padding. Let's make the horizontal padding 5%. Save the changes. Okay, the next section after that was a subscribe section, subscribe to the newsletter. So we will now add a new section again. We'll just use a standard white section, add a snippet block, scroll down to the subscribe snippet block. There it is. Get rid of the text, and that's done. So that's basically our home page in place. Let's have a look at that. Got our home, it's pulling in our categories. We've got our feature products, got our links to our accessories. We've got our little promotion about our company and a subscribe. And we can also edit the footer. So here's the footer information. I'll just leave it as is for the moment, but I'll show you where you can edit that. Design, and then everything to do with the design of the website is under design, and you'll find that there is a website footer section here, and you'll find it's already a Contentbox section, so we can change the color, the background color, and add new snippets as we see fit. But for now, that's our new homepage done. I hope that's been of some interest, and I hope it allows you to. Oh, actually, we'll do one more thing here. We'll just add some more spacing here. Look, it's a little bit close to the top, so let's go in. I'll add some padding. Vertical spacing, 80 pixels. Just drop it down a bit. See how that looks. This vertical spacing is only affecting this top section. A little bit too much. Let's drop it back. Let's make it 40. There we go. Save that. Back in. It's better. One other thing that we can do is change the font. The font that I used on my original site was Barlow, so let's see if that's in our fonts area. Design fonts. Let's pick a new heading font. Barlow, there it is. Done. Let's preview the site now. There we have it. If we want to increase the size of our font, of our headings or our heading 2s, they're looking a little bit small, we can also do that. So let's quickly just jump in. We'll go to the custom style elements area where we can target a whole lot of different settings. So color, fonts and styling, custom style elements. We'll go there. There's a ton of options here. But in this case, we're going to have a look and target our headings. Font size. Let's make this 300%. Font size, let's make this 250. We can also edit in there immediately and just change the values if we've got something else that we want to use, like 2.8 EM. Save that. Now let's have a look. There we go. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Let's make that, I'll use EM. Refresh. And you'll see now that the headings have all increased throughout the site. Those are H2, so I might make those H3s. heading tab. I'll go back to design, custom style elements. Font size 2.4 times the base font. Let's have a look now. There we go. So there's some additional tweaks to our homepage just to update it a little bit more. Hopefully that's this video has proved to be instructive, and have a look through the help FAQ and you may find some other interesting ways to update your website.